mother Browning High Power. It's empty. So, same way we always do this. Things I like, everything. Absolutely everything. It's a Browning High Power. It is perfect in every meaningful way. Things I don't like. See, things I like. It is perfect. There's nothing to dislike because it's a Browning High Power. No, even the High Power doesn't get off that easy. So, things I like. It's good size. You can see, grip's just a little bit longer than my fingers there. It's kind of more Glock 19 size, 13 round mags instead of 17 or 15. It's got an ambi safety. So you can see I'm hitting that with my left thumb. That's super handy, especially for a gun. A design from the 30s. This one, Mark III, is a gun from the 80s. This serial number is from 1990. So for a 30-year-old gun to have an ambi safety, I should be very grateful as a lefty. Other thing I like, it's thin. If you look at that, I mean, it's basically single stack thin from the trigger guard forward, which is super handy. Moving on, things I don't like. This list was a lot longer than I thought it would be. Bear in mind, this is a gun I've wanted since I was 12, so I wasn't expecting to dislike as much of it as I do. But, things I don't like. The grips suck. They're old school, thumb rest, bullseye, one hand, whatever. They're trash, alright? Those are going away probably within a day, as soon as the lock grips I ordered get here. It is probably the worst single action trigger pull I've ever felt on any gun. And, oh, yeah, moving on. Worse than the trigger pull, it's got a f***ing magazine disconnect. Like a goddamn Ruger LC9. How stupid is that? Magazine disconnects are dumb, they're unsafe, and for those of you who have watched Tiger King, they don't always work. It's a good way to accidentally kill yourself while you're showing off. But anyways, the magazine disconnect and the absolutely insanely heavy mainspring that's in this thing makes the trigger pull probably double digits. It's probably 9 or 10 pounds single action, which is nuts. I don't under trigger gauge, so I don't know for sure, but just pulling it and having other people dry fire it, they're shocked at how heavy this trigger pull is. The safeties, I mentioned that they're ambi, which is nice. However, they're really thin, and they're not designed with the whole, like, speed, flipping them off on the draw, cocked and locked sort of thing. So I'm going to have to get some extended ones. Not too big a deal. Other thing I don't like are the sights. They are black on black contrast. You can see the slots where there should have been white bars. The 3 white bars are pretty typical for Browning Mark IIIs, is my understanding, but the white's gone. They're black on black. Those are going away too. Going to get Heine straight 8s in here instead. And I mentioned the God, I gotta put the magazine back in to pull the trigger. I mentioned the mainspring, which makes it incredibly hard to rack when the hammer's decocked like that. So that's why you see the grip tape at the front, because it's a but past that, no, it's still a Browning High Power. It's still just f***ing great.
A shadow is cast wherever he stands, stacks of green paper in his red right hand.